Maybe I can. Too late. Thinking I can probably skip. Whoa. That would have ended bad. I started applying for jobs like December, mid-December to now, and I'm still applying. And I think this month, that's when I started to receive contacts for phone interviews and in-person interviews. So I've been taking a lot of my time to practice interviews, do a lot of reviewing the company that I'm applying for, that a company that I'm doing the interview for. Short shifting because since that accident, I've been a bit skeptical making these turns. So the reason I take my time to practice interviews is the same thing. Is this? I don't want to sound when I'm at the interview like I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, you have to practice answering questions, talking to yourself. You know, which is not the easiest thing to do, by the way, talking to yourself. So you got to do that. I do that a good amount of time with asking questions. Oh, tell me a time when you felt you were pressured and had to this and that. How did you resolve it? Stuff like that. These are the silly things they ask you in the interview. Tell me a time. Tell me a time. Oh, what about this? Oh, what do you think? Or whatever. What's most important to you? One of the weirdest questions I was asked yesterday, and I thought that question was so silly, and I didn't have a response for it because I never would have thought that someone would ask you that kind of question. I was like, the question I choked on yesterday. I mean, I answered it, but I went around the question just to get an answer that I felt comfortable with. Basically, they was like, oh, if we would speak to any of your supervisors, what one word they would describe you as? And I was like, really? Why am I even? I'm not. I was like, wow. Maybe I can. Too late. Thinking I can probably skip. Whoa. That would have ended bad. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, so so he was like, what was, if you have to talk to anyone of your supervisors, what one word they would describe you? I was like, really, dude? Out of all the questions in the world, that is what you wanted to ask, you know? And I choked because I was like, what? And I just couldn't think of words that my supervisor or anyone would describe me. I was like, oh well, you know, I have a good heart. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know, he's very. What they would say, I'm very. See, even now, I can't even think of it. It was so silly. I was like, really, dudes? Wow. So that question, I have to practice now. Find things that my boss or my friends would say about me and my work ethics. Now I have to do that. I have to find the time to do that. You know, it's silly. I was like, what? Wow. I was baffled. I was baffled. So that was that. That interview is done. I have another one next week up in Enfield. That'll be interesting. It's about medical benefits, something like that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time, peace. This vehicle stops at railroad crossing. Why would you stop at railroad crossing though? I never really understood why school buses and city bus, they stop at railroad crossing and then they would look. I mean, what's the reason of having the bar when the train is coming? to tell you to stop. I don't understand the reason to have that if you are going to stop to check regardless. You know what I mean? It it boggles my mind. This doesn't. I don't see how it makes sense.